Talking about bad booking decisions in WWE, this is usually the first one that comes to mind. Triple H should not have been Booker T for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Instead, Booker T should have won, and that's mainly because of the storyline leading into it. But that's not the only one. Today I'm going to give you WWE matches where, in my opinion, the wrong winner won. Of course, if you disagree with my opinions, please let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure you'll agree with most of these. Let's start off with Kofi Kingston vs. Brock Lesnar. Now, many people kept on... Now, this has a controversial ending with Brock Lesnar beating Kofi Kingston in like 6 or 7 seconds. I believe it was 7 seconds. And then, yeah, and then I was only done to say Brock Lesnar vs. Cain Velasquez. Many people said the match should have gone on for a longer time and then Brock beats Kofi, but in my opinion, sure, I skipped a bit. In my opinion, I think Kofi Kingston should have won that match. And it would have continued his reign, and he couldn't, and that gift, it couldn't even have lasted a little bit longer, because it could have just been a few more defenses and then he would have lost it. Next up, we got Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, this one is a bit of a different one, because many people think that Hulk Hogan should have kept it. Well, I do agree that this was a good call. I think it would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Macho Man would have won. It would have raised the stakes of WWE and changed the entire complexity of how people view the company. Because they always thought that it was just going to be this cool, colorful place where, like, no matter what happens, the hero always prevails. But what if the villain won? Next up, Roman Reigns vs. Undertaker. You can agree with me with this one. Roman Reigns should have not been the Undertaker at WrestleMania, especially after he lost to Brock Lesnar. I explained my problems with this in a different video. So yeah, in my opinion, Roman Reigns shouldn't have won. And in my opinion, Undertaker should have won at WrestleMania again, and cementing his legacy and potentially even retiring. Next up, Charlotte vs. Asuka. Without a doubt, this was a terrible decision. Having Charlotte beat Asuka was so bad, I can't even, literally, every single time I literally, whenever people would say, hey, Bat, what's your least favorite booking decision? What's terrible booking decision? I always go to this match. Asuka should have won this match and continue being dominant. And I would also go for the same with their match on SmackDown. Now, many people don't remember this match, but this was the match that set up the Triple Threat WrestleMania where Charlotte had to beat Asuka in order to become champion. And please, can we just let Asuka keep the belt for once? Please? Hot take on this one. Jimmy Uso should have been Jey Uso at WrestleMania. While I do think it was cool and exciting for Jey Uso to win it and push him as a main event player, I feel like it would have been a lot more cooler if Jimmy would have won. You know, it would have changed the entire complexity again, but it would have also been shocking, and I would like shock finishes. And I can also say the same thing for another match that involved Jimmy and Jey Uso, that being the Tribal Combat match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And this match, in my opinion, should not have had this outcome. Roman shouldn't have beaten Jey. Instead, I would have liked to see Jey Uso become WWE champion. And yeah, I just would have liked it. I just feel like that was the perfect instance for Roman's reign to end. Jeff Hardy vs. Karrion Kross. Bro, there was no reason for Jeff Hardy to win. The only reason I can think of the reason as to why he won was because No More Woods came back. But please, it's the NXT champion. It's Karrion Kross. And on his first match on the main roster, he loses. Nah, he should have won. Another controversial one, but also interesting one. Bo Nakano vs. Alundra Blaze. Now, this is the match where Bo Nakano defended her belt against Alundra, and where Alundra Blaze won. It was cool, but this was coming after when Bo Nakano won the championship in Japan. Her only championship win. So, yeah. I feel like that Bo should have won this match and retained her title, in my opinion. I can literally name dozens of Triple H matches, but I'll just name off two. First of all, Triple H vs. Randy Orton at Royal Rumble. I definitely think that Randy Orton should have won this match. If you ask me, I think it should have been Randy Orton versus Batista at WrestleMania. Or heck, just a triple threat match between all members of Evolution. And the second match is the Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam. Triple H versus all of these guys. Now, Triple H won this match again, but in my opinion, this was the only match where I would say Goldberg should have won. In my opinion, Goldberg should have definitely won this match, hands down. Y'all can agree with me. These next few ones are going to be about NXT. Now, first up is Adam Cole vs. Kyle O'Reilly. I like the fact that O'Reilly won, don't get me wrong. It was a nice way to push him hard, but this was Adam Cole's final match in NXT, and I feel like the king of NXT should have gone out on a high note. And what better way to do it than have him defeat his former protege, Kyle O'Reilly. Another match from NXT TakeOver 36 is Dakota Kai vs. Raquel Gonzalez. Now, Raquel winning, in my opinion, she didn't need to win. In my opinion, this was finally the moment where Dakota Kai should have became NXT Women's Champion. I mean, it's just my opinion. In my opinion, Dakota should have became champion here. Next up, we got Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes at NXT In Your House. In my opinion, Carmelo shouldn't have won this match. In my opinion, Cameron Grimes should have kept the title, and it should not have been a transitional championship reign. I always hate transitional championship reigns. And this is the final NXT one. At least for now. Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee at NXT Deadline. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Speaking of Dominic Mysterio losing, in my opinion, Ray should have won. Well, no, sorry. Ray should have lost the match. Dom should have won this match hands down because there was no reason for him to win. For Ray to win, sorry. It's just, man, I just feel like Dom should have won this match, and it would have further elevated him as a scumbag. Next up, we got Edge vs. Finn Balor. In my opinion, Edge didn't need to win this match. In my opinion, by the way, yikes. I mean, this is the demon we're talking about. Finn Balor, his alter ego. He previously lost 2 matches. What better way to get back than by having him defeat a big superstar like Edge, a WWE Hall of Famer, and plus it would have recovered the demon after those 2 losses and made him back into a scary force. Jey Uso vs. Ilya Dragunov. I previously commented on on a video where I just gave out a quick thought about it, but in my opinion, Jay shouldn't have won this match, especially after seeing what Ilya Dragunov does in NXT. And plus, it would be way better to see Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther rather than Jey Uso versus Gunther again. Next up, Jinder Mahal vs. Shinsuke Nakamura. In my opinion, I don't like Jinder. I never liked Jinder as champion. Like, I thought it was cool that it was something different, but in my opinion, this definitely should have been the match that Shinsuke would have won. In my opinion, he should have became WWE champion right there, and so that he wouldn't have fallen. Next match is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match in 2010 at WrestleMania, and where Jack Swagger or Jake Hager or whatever, he won the match. In my opinion, Kane should have won this match. Like, he won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match like 2 months earlier, but it would have been cooler to see him win this match. And before y'all say it, yes, he was in the match. You can see him right there. So in my opinion, he should have won this match. And plus, also, it literally just changed nothing. I'll rant about one more Money in the Bank ladder match, the 2018 one. Like, it was cool that Braun Strowman won, but it was not cool seeing him just vacate it. In my opinion, Finn Balor should have won this Money in the Bank ladder match. It would have changed his career. He could have cashed in on Roman Reigns, and he didn't even need to win. That's the thing, he didn't even need to beat Roman Reigns. He could have just cashed in. The 2022 Men's Royal Rumble. This Rumble match deserves an entire video of me ranting about it, but that's for a video in the future. In my opinion, Brock Lesnar shouldn't have won this match. It would have been a lot more cooler to see someone else win it, but plus also Brock Lesnar already wrestled a match earlier in the show, and where he was the WWE Championship and then lost. In my opinion, Cesaro should have won this match. It would have been a lot cooler to see Cesaro win. Meanwhile, speaking of Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, that's another match. Bobby shouldn't have won this match. I'm sorry, Bobby Lashley shouldn't have won, especially after in 1 month later that Brock would have won the title back in the Elimination Chamber. In my opinion, Brock Lesnar should have retained the championship and then give us this match. Bro, this match would have been sick for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. John Cena shouldn't have won this match. Let's just say that right now. He shouldn't have won. I believe I could be wrong about this, but I did rant about this during why I think John Cena's overrated video. But Brock Lesnar should have won this match, hands down, no complaints. And then we got this match. Kurt Angle's farewell match. Baron Corbin should not have won. Shouldn't have been in this damn match. Should have been John Cena versus Kurt Angle, not Baron Corbin. In my opinion, Kurt Angle should have won this match. He should have gone out on a high note. Or heck, even make it Samoa Joe. Remember I said earlier that wasn't the last NXT Championship match? Yeah, this match, Becky Lynch should not have won this match. I'll stand this until the day I die. Becky Lynch should have not won this match, period. Tiffany Stratton should have kept the title. It would further elevate her, and honestly, it would just been a lot better. And honestly, it would help Tiffany Stratton rather than damage her. And finally, the last match I'm going to talk about in this video is The Fiend versus Goldberg. Now, in order to understand the reason as to why this is a bad booking decision, we gotta take a look at The Fiend's character. In the Hell in a Cell match between him and Seth Rollins, The Fiend took 12 curb stomps. 12 curb stomps. And that Crown Jewel, this man gets blown to smithereens and he still wins this match. Like, holy shit, man. So he's gotta be a dominant force, right? He loses to Goldberg in like 6 seconds. You've gotta be kidding me. The Fiend should have won this match without a doubt, and in my opinion, would have made him more dominant and a lot more of a greater threat to the company. Oh, what do you guys think? He's booking the decision. Do you think I was right, or do you think I was wrong on most of them? Let me know in the comments.